Alright, what is up YouTube? I am finally here with my review on the Under Armour Curry 4s. Now, I've been putting these off for a while, but I figured better late than never, so here it is. So I've got a little to talk about these, and as a preview to sum up my review, I think one word I would use is regretful, maybe even disappointed. The reason for that being I'll talk about later in the video. But let's start off with just the overall performance-wise. I think the performance overall is not bad. So I'll just start off with the cushion here. The cushion I said in my previous video felt a little like the Curry 2s, a little bit on the firmer side, so it might be charged. But unlike the Curry 2s, which I've been playing in for a year and a half now, so they're pretty broken in, the Curry 4s are a little bit on the much more firmer side. And while I don't really tend to feel a lot of cushion in my shoes, these did feel a little hard on the court. Now let's move on to the traction. Now in my previous video of my first look at these, I thought the ball of the foot with the circular pattern with the dotted texture would perform pretty well. They did perform okay. It wasn't really like the Curry 2s where it was like I've been wearing them for a long time and they're still squeaking like hard. These I really didn't feel a lot of squeaking. Maybe the court that I played on was a little bit dusty, but I mean I did get decent stopping power, but it wasn't like that squeaking thing that I really like to look for in a shoe. And the upper is like one piece. It almost has like no structural support. It's just like a flimsy one piece. There's no heel counter. It just all bends up everywhere. And a problem with that was like I don't know what's on the inside of the lining of the shoe of where the laces are because I can't really look inside. But every time I would bend my feet, bend my toes, inside of the shoe would dig into my foot, and it would cause some pain and just start straight from the get-go. So I mean that wasn't that comfortable to begin with, but I thought it would break in, so I just kept it on for 2 hours. But it really didn't get any better. And what was worse was that I don't know what's along the upper lining of the inside laces, but they kept digging into the top of my feet. And at first I thought it was just like digging into it and like kind of poking it. So I thought, all right, I'll just play through them and see what's going on afterwards. So after I was done, I pulled them off and I took my socks off, and that part literally just scratched the top part of my skin off in a little part of my right foot. So like the first layer of my skin was completely scratched off, and it was like you could see the underlying flesh. And I did take a picture of it. I'm not sure if I'm going to show you because it is pretty painful to look at for me as well. So maybe I will, maybe I won't. And then aside from that uncomfortability on the inside of the shoe, the overall quality of the shoe I'm not sure I really like, because I mean it is my fault for rolling on the ground because I dive for loose balls, and I do a lot of hustle plays. But as you see here on the outside of my right shoe, the ankle kind of padding area scratched off, as you can see here. So I mean that was from my first wear, so that really didn't feel good for me. And then also on the upper part here, the kind of paint, I guess, scratched off. As you can see, the underlaying the knitted part. And also on this other shoe, I saw in some other YouTubers video that this fuse lining was kind of coming off, and it's kind of happening for me. It's not really as serious as what I saw in another video, but it is kind of falling off. And also I just noticed these, like this where the outsole comes up into the midsole and molds to the upper. It's kind of gap. There's a little gap here. It's like it's not really falling off, but I feel like it will if I wear it a little bit longer. So I mean I think like the quality on these, I thought they looked good, but then the finishing touches are a little bit on the not so good side, and I feel like maybe they might fall apart after I wear them a couple more times. If I wear them a couple more times, because it's like cutting up my feet. And if I do choose to wear them again, I might have to wrap up my feet in some taping and try to put them on. But then if I tape my foot up, that I don't know if I can really get my feet in this shoe because the opening is pretty tight even without taping. So I had a chance to buy some other shoes. I picked up the Curry 4s, my first performance shoes in like 6 months, and I'm kind of disappointed, regretting that I didn't get them because I've been looking at some other shoes like the Adidas Dame 4s. I never tried on the Dame series, so I was kind of curious about those as well. A lot of good shoes out right now that I haven't been able to get my hands on because I'm buying all my shoes as a student, and money's an issue for me. But still, I try to get what I can, and I like playing basketball. I watch a lot of YouTube videos, so I want to add my opinion to the already existing pool of information. So yeah, I do kind of regret buying these. A little bit disappointed with the quality and the design of the inside, but performance wise, it wasn't that bad. It was actually pretty good performance wise. Um, I've never heard anybody else have that issue where it just cuts up the top of your foot. I mean, so if anybody's out there, I mean, I think a lot of people already got them. So, but if anybody's still, on the edge about getting these, I would say these are a pretty good performer. If you're looking for a lot of cushion, this might not really be the option for you because, as I've said, the cushion is pretty firm. So yeah, that is my review on the Curry 4s, and I hope this helped you out a little bit. So thanks for watching.